All right, what's going on, everybody? The Bills beat the Kansas City Chiefs 20-17 here at Arrowhead Stadium. I am Matt Bove. This is Mike Catalano. What are you, the captain of Buffalo Plus? What is your role with Buffalo Plus? What do they call you?
They call me the guy who listens to Jenna Cottrell and Dan Fates.
Yeah, well, you do a very good job of it. He's also the sports director at the ABC affiliate Down the 90 in Rochester. This was a big one. They needed this one. And you know what? Give them credit. They got it.
I think this is as big a regular season win as they've had really certainly since Josh Allen has been here. And it's because of what it means for the entire franchise.
Yep.
And look, they did it on a day when Sean McDermott's defense came through at the end, when Sean McDermott made some decisions during the game that worked out, and it really ended up being a team win. The offense faltered for a while. The defense picked them up. With a little bit of luck.
A little bit.
You got the call at the end, but they, I will say, deserved it. They've gotten a lot of things go against them. This went for them.
Do you think that it mattered to them more of everything that happened with Sean this week, all of the different conversations? I mean, I don't even really think we talked about football this week. I don't really think we talked about the game. We talked about Von Miller. We talked about Sean McDermott. Did it feel like they needed this one or wanted this one a little bit more?
You know, I think it talks about Sean McDermott, but it really is about this whole team. Like, Sean McDermott got cast aside this week. There's this narrative based on the article that he's not the guy that I think, while fans have the right to be critical of decisions, he's not the guy that he was portrayed in that. And then the players fight back, at least internally. But it also says something about the Bills, right?
Yeah.
Because they've been called frauds and pretenders and that their window is closed. And this doesn't guarantee anything for them.
Not at all.
But nobody wants to see this team.
No.
They were not perfect today, and they still won on the road against the Chiefs team that was coming off a loss. So no excuses, nothing else. They got a couple breaks, a couple things went against them. They got a win they needed.
Could you imagine being the 2 seed or the 3 seed or whatever you end up being in the AFC, and then the Bills sneak in? Like, the Bills last year as the 2 seed played Skylar Thompson. The year before, they played Mac Jones and the Patriots. Because you're like the Chiefs, right?
Yeah.
They're a team that's fighting for the top seed. Imagine they're the 2 seed. And you have to have this team come back to Arrowhead.
I was thinking about it. Who are the teams if they Bills get in as a wild card, could be the Chiefs, could be Miami. They could be playing Miami back-to-back weeks. Like, you never know how it all plays out, and they still have plenty of work to do. Dallas, other games to win. We've seen this team falter when they shouldn't.
I know.
But it's nice to see the organization step up after it started out as an embarrassing week, and it ended up galvanizing, I think, the entire team around Sean and where they are in the race for the playoffs.
It feels a little bit like this game. I do not want to say house money because there's only 4 games left and every game is super important. But it does feel like this kind of buys you any outcome next week against Dallas. I know you obviously want to get a win,
right?
But it feels like regardless of what happens against Dallas next week, if you win those last 3, you probably should be in. This is a very loaded question, but I'm going to ask you. You think they get in?
Yeah, I think they get in. I think there is a chance they end up running the table.
Yeah.
And I say that because we don't know about Dallas. It's an emotional game, whether they win or lose. When we're recording this, they're playing the Eagles. Whether they win or lose, huge win or loss for them. And then coming to Buffalo, I think that's a real shot to win that game. And then they have games, at least a couple of them that they should, and then they end the season in Miami. That game,
Might not mean anything
it could
for
mean
Miami.
nothing. It could mean the division. Like, you don't know how it plays out. But yeah, right now, if you said to me, I said to you right after the game in Philly, they were winning here, and they won. And I think they have a legitimate shot, certainly, to be in the playoffs, and I think they're going to make it.
How ridiculous is this? We were just talking about this. This is my 5th time at Arrowhead in the last 3 years. It would be the same thing for you.
Yeah.
We have now seen more wins here than losses. I think Bills fans would trade some of the regular season wins for playoff losses, but whatever. That's just the way it plays out. That's Mike Catalano. You can see all of his stuff with Jenna and Dan on Buffalo Plus. I'm Matt Bove. We'll talk to you guys soon.